Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Gaudet Field here in Middletown, Rhode Island for a field hockey matchup between Salve Regina University and Endicott College, a Commonwealth Coast Conference clash here on a gorgeous Saturday in Middletown. I am Andrew Pizzelli bringing you the call here this afternoon. And before we get into this matchup, a big matchup between Salve Regina, which is undefeated here at Gaudet Field, and Endicott College, which is leading the Commonwealth Coast Conference, I want to talk quickly about a very important event that is happening here at today's game. I don't think anybody can say they don't know somebody that has been personally or indirectly affected by cancer. Everybody knows somebody, a family member, a friend, or a friend of a friend that has been touched by cancer, and that rang true this offseason for the Salve Regina women's ice hockey team. And one of their graduates, Angela Augusta, who graduated from Salve Regina in May. She was a 4-year member of the women's ice hockey team, and shortly after graduating, Angela was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma, a blood cancer that attacks the body's immune system. And today the Seahawks are honoring her and her fight. The Seahawks are playing for Angela's Army here today. And it is Angela's mission and vision that Angela's Army will raise awareness about Hodgkin's lymphoma and give back to cancer patients who cannot afford certain healthcare expenses. The money accumulated from this fundraiser will help donate wigs, beanies, clothes, and blankets to cancer patients in need. Both teams will be wearing bracelets during the game in support of Angela's Army, and the women's ice hockey team is on hand here today selling t-shirts and bracelets to support Angela's Army and a table next to the stands. So come on out, come down. It's a great cause, and we want to send our best wishes and prayers out to Angela in her continued fight and for all those who know someone or are undergoing the fight against cancer. And now into today's matchup as we're underway here at Gaudet. As I said, the Seahawks 9-4 overall on the season, 4-3 in the CCC. Endicott 11-4 overall, 7-0 in conference play. The Seahawks fell to the Gulls 6-0 up in Beverly earlier this season. And a ball will roll in towards the goal, and Taylor Farron, the junior, will boot it out to midfield. Seahawks, as I said, undefeated at home, want to try and remain so here today and pick up a huge conference win. Here's Ashley Cody on the far side, trying to sneak one through into the middle, deflects out towards Wales. Now Vanessa Frost out high, dancing through some traffic, and a foul called. Seahawks keep possession out high. St. Jean trying to hop one into the slot. Timms can't get to it, and the Gulls will look to clear. As I said, Taylor Farron in net for Endicott. She's making her 16th start. She's 11-4. She's got 3 shutouts on the year. She leads the CCC in goals against average, goals allowed, and shutouts. And opposing her is the freshman Casey Phoebus from Sautertown, PA. Ball on the outside, another foul against Endicott. And the ball is taken back by the Gulls. Phoebus 9-4 with 1 shutout on the year. Seahawks get the ball back. Grace Parker out high. Actually make that Taylor Bulis out high, drawing the foul. Here's Vanessa Frost hopping one into the slot. Ashley Cody trying to rake it free, and she's called for the foul. Seahawks last played here on Wednesday. They topped Johnson and Wales 9-1 in a non-conference match. Eliza Timms had 4 goals and an assist, and Ashley Cody had 2 goals and 3 assists in the game. And those 3 assists helped push Cody to the top of the all-time assist mark for Salve Regina in program history, which means now that she's the program's all-time leader in goals, assists, and points. So a clean sweep for Cody, and plenty of time left in her senior season to add to those totals. Gulls pressing up the field now. Blake Brahman had it for a moment. It was poked out of play. I believe the Gulls will retain the ball, and they do. Their first trip into the Seahawk end of the field. Brahman, the junior from Clinton, Connecticut, walks it forward now. Dishes it off to Kristen McCarthy. All dangerous McCarthy trying to fire it towards the net. It's blocked and a corner. The Gulls will huddle up near the 15-yard line. And we'll see who they bring into the corner. And it looks like it'll be Lila Smith. Smith to insert. All the way to the back. Walking in is Brahman, dishing it off for a pass. Loose out high now. Poulin straight away with a shot that's saved by Phoebus. And then the rebound careens off a Gull and out of play. Actually, let's say off Salve. And it's taken back by Salve. Ball loose at midfield. Sydney Poulin trying to thread the needle. Ball hops to Kristen McCarthy. The Gulls' leading scorer. McCarthy, little backhand pass picked off by Frost, and a corner coming here for Endicott. McCarthy leads the Gulls in goals and points. 15 goals, 38 total points. Up top to McCarthy. Slides it to the right side. Trying to turn the corner is Poulin. And another corner coming for the Gulls. Up top, McCarthy waiting again, dishes it off to Poulin. Going to tee up a drive that's saved by Phoebus. Rebound loose in the slot. Players jamming for it, and the Gulls turn it over. Blake Brahman now for the Gulls. McCarthy pokes it near side. Pass almost slid through to McCarthy. And Affilio comes away with it, sneaks it over to Tori Bickle. Bickle lost it along the sideline and turns it over. Timms comes from behind but is called for the foul. She would have been off to the races. Timms, who leads the conference in goals and points, 21 goals on the season, 50 points. Also tied for second in assists with 8. Also coming into today, she's first in the nation in both goals and points in all of D3. Here's Poulin falling down the slot with a shot. Saved by Phoebus. And McCarthy will bring it in from the near sideline. McCarthy just fires it into a crowd, and it comes right to a Gull. Fired towards the net, and another save made by McCarthy. That was Lauren Whitney with the drive, and flashing the pad was Phoebus. Already 4 saves for Phoebus here in the first quarter. And just about 5 minutes gone. Foul against the Gulls here. Seahawks will get the ball back. And the ball knocked off of St. Jean and out of play. Ball played into space. Timms fighting for it, able to take it away from Abby Carter. Near side now, Bickle. Trying to carry up the right side, fires it out high. Slid towards the goal by Bulis. That's blocked in front. Cody from long distance will fire it wide. That's the first shot of the game for Salve. 8 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Timms knocks it out of the air. Here's Bulis now off to the left-hand side. St. Jean trying to fire it forward. That's deflected away. Carter had it for a moment. St. Jean trying to rip it free from her. Spinning on the far side now is Whitney. And the Gulls will look to clear. Seahawks, though, pressuring Frost, trying to get in the way. Bulis steps up once again and comes away with it. In the crowd, she turns it back over Carter. Make that Jalen Grabo. Trying to navigate to the near side. Here's Sydney Poulin firing to midfield. Frost intercepts there. Lays it into the corner for St. Jean, trying to connect with Cody. Ball hops off her stick. Top of the arc in the attacking zone for Salve, and a foul called here against the Gulls. Just outside the arc is St. Jean. Ball deflected out to the far side. Gulls will try and keep it in and work their way up the field. Frost got a piece of it and then is called for a foul. No score, 6:34 and counting to go in the first quarter. Commonwealth Coast Conference game between Salve Regina and Endicott. Gulls undefeated in conference play. Seahawks undefeated here at Gaudet Field this season. Bulis had it knocked away at the top of the arc. Cody trying to poke it through to Timms. Loose in the slot now. Bickle trying to fire it. Keeps it alive. Bickle again tees it up, and a save made there by Farron. Ball out of play, and the Seahawks will get it back. Bickle chasing it into the corner. Blake Brahman along the near sideline. Filio steps up on her, knocks it out of play, and the Seahawks will get it back. Filio quickly trying to play it in toward Bulis. That's knocked away by the Gulls. Poked up the field now for Endicott to carry forward. Champini had it, lost it. Timms back to Bulis. Bulis caught up at the top of the arc, and she turns it over. 5:15 to go in the first. Filio deflects a pass. Gulls keep it, and then Filio rips it away. Trying to slip it in space. Here's Timms. Fires it on the goal. It takes a weird hop towards Farron. Was able to fight it off. And Endicott will get the ball back. Gulls have won 7 in a row, including an overtime win against UNE, one of the Gulls' biggest rivals. 2-1 was the final in that game.
Yeah, where I started, we know what a practice is. Oh, cool. No, our first practice was...
Ball at midfield. Poulin now turns the corner on Frost.
Pretty much.
Angles to the far side, picked up by Wales now defensively for Salve, who got a piece of it. Kate Foley looked to carry it up the field, but she's whistled for an infraction. Eliza Timms takes it away near midfield. Wanted to push it through to Bedrosian. That pass off the mark, taken back by the Gulls. Brahman hard up the near sideline. McHugh had it for a moment. Champini up top to Poulin. Poulin passes to the side. Carter with a drive and hops towards the goal, and they score off a deflection. Carter with the initial drive from beyond the arc. And we'll get you a look at the replay. It was Carter with the initial shot, and then it was tipped home in front. And I think that was Jalen Grabo.
Endicott goal scored by number 24, Jalen Gaudet.
Parker, Timms trying to spin away through a crowd. Farron comes out to field the ball, rolling towards the goal. Bedrosian can't get there to tip it on the open net. Parker plays it into space. Cody tracks it down on the left wing side. Cody keeps it alive up top, fires it towards the net, and it's saved by Farron. 1-0 Endicott. They give the goal to Graybow. That's her 7th of the season. And we'll have to see if that gets amended. Was a crowd in front of the goal. In between the quarters, we'll try and get another look at the replay. Brahman, hard pass, and that one will sneak out of play. And we took under 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 1-0 Endicott. Gulls jump on top. Filio deflects it out of play. Seahawks will get it back. Lila Smith now will bring it in for the Gulls. 1:25 to go in the first. Backtracking now is Emily Graham. Out to midfield, pushed across now for Poulin. In stride for Brahman. Brahman up the left-hand side. Bedrosian got a piece of it. Brahman trying to fire it towards the goal. Blocked by Foley. Filio there to intercept. And can't get it up the field. Brahman steps in the way. Final minute, first quarter. Grace Parker out to midfield. Cody. It deflects to St. Jean, trying to get it back to Cody in stride. Knocked away by Rachel LeMay. Ball will belong to the Seahawks. It should belong to the Gulls. They'll just make them back up. They'll drop on back to the defense and just hold it. 22 seconds to go. Turned over to Cody. And the Seahawks will get it back with 15 seconds to go in the quarter. Just over midfield. St. Jean, no real urgency here from Salve. Ball slipped forward with 5 seconds. On the run is Graybow. And she will let it fly, and it goes wide. And that'll do it for the first quarter. The Gulls jump on top first. Graybow with her 7th of the year, and Endicott will lead 1-0. And we'll take a quick break and be right back with the call of the second. Welcome back to Gaudet Field. Andy Pizzelli here bringing you the call. 1-0 Endicott with the lead over Salve Regina. Second quarter now. Here in Middletown, gorgeous afternoon. It's crisp out, but it's warm. Fall in full swing now. Here in southern Rhode Island, here's Filio trying to sneak it up the near side. That's taken away by McCarthy. McCarthy slicing her way down the middle, tees up a drive that goes wide. McCarthy very quickly putting herself into the Endicott record book. She's the fastest to reach 100 career points. Took her just 57 games to do so. Currently has 35 games to get to 100 career points. Currently 113 points in 38 career games. Just mind-boggling numbers. Played 2 seasons at Assumption before transferring to Endicott. Seahawks with the turnover. Here comes Ashley Cody streaking up the left side. Cody pulls up, wants to sneak it on the net, trying to turn back to the inside, and she draws a corner. And it will be Timms to insert it on the far side. Up top to Bickle. She stops, fires, and it hops off of Farron and in! A rocket from Tori Bickle. We'll have to get you a look at the replay. That one may have been tipped in front. Farron had come out to field it. And that looks like it was Cody or Timms. We'll have to try and slow that down. They were both in the area.
Salve goal scored by number 3, Ashley.
And that's Ashley Cody. The hard shot from Bickle, tipped by Cody over the top of Taylor Farron. And the Seahawks are on the board. And Poulin just wide of the goal on the far side. So we're tied at 1. Cody, as I said, adding to her totals. 19 goals on the season now. And first all-time, she's the Seahawks' all-time leading scorer. Number 1 in program history in goals, assists, and points. Here's Bickle. Filio now. Bulis. Timms tied up out high, and she draws a foul. And then Filio turns it over. Game tied at 1, 11:32 and counting to go here in the second. Turn back over to Bulis. Bulis trying to fight through 2 goals and able to keep it alive. Looking to slide a backhand towards Timms, and it goes out of play. Brahman Flicks it forward, and it will get past McHugh, but Foley there to knock it away. Olivia Lampasana wanted to intercept that one, and now in stride now for McCarthy. McCarthy sends it out high, and a backhand shot denied by Phoebus. Five saves now for Phoebus in the game. McCarthy has it knocked away by Filio. Kept alive up top, Poulin. Right side, flicks it towards the goal, and again, Phoebus boots it out to the top of the arc. Kept alive by the Gulls, looking for space, but turning it over was Laura Whitney. Six saves now for Phoebus. .936 and counting to go here in the second. Game tied at 1. Goals from Jalen Graybow and Ashley Cody. Timms stumbling up the left side, spins it on a backhand towards Cody, but is whistled for a foul. Wales intercepts on the far side. Too hard for Cody to handle. Timms can't deflect it. Ball ping-pong around. Frost couldn't get a hand on it. Poland now. Wales. Poland trying to keep it in play. And I think she stepped out. So the Seahawks will get the ball. 8:34 to go in the second. Game tied at 1. Graybow now. Drew a foul on the far side. Pass intercepted by Salve. Pushed up to Cody. And she'll try and scoot the far sideline. A little stop and start move back to the inside of the field now. Cody. Trying to get it to Frost. And draws a foul. Frost. Trying to get it back to Cody. Had St. Jean crashing down the far side. Cody. Trying to get it up top to Filio. And she has it knocked away. Foley stepping in from midfield. Fires it back towards Frost. Turns back towards the attacking end, trying to get through to Eliza Timms. Timms in a crowd, lost the ball, loose on the near side. Taken by Brahman, deflected by Timms. Brahman, though, able to stick with it. And draws the foul that time against McHugh. McHugh, a freshman from Spencer, Mass. And Taylor Bulis a little shaken up here at the 30-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout on the field while she is checked on by Emily Miller, Seahawks athletic trainer. So the clock stops with 7:07 to go. We will take a quick break. Game tied at 1 here between Salve Regina and Endicott. Welcome back. 7:04 and counting to go. I believe the Gulls will have the ball. And the official just stopped the clock again, I think, for the reset here. Poulin backhands it to Brahman. I'm going to cut to the inside, and Bickle there to stymie her, but stepped out of play. McCarthy couldn't find a seam. Ball knocked away from her. And you know she's in the Seahawks scouting report. They don't want to give her any space to work with. Gulls' leading scorer. Graybow up top. Brahman firing it into a crowd. Ball loose in the far corner now. Tracked down by St. Jean. Tied up with Lauren Whitney. And a foul against Whitney. Under 6 to play now in the first half. Game tied at 1. The Gulls took a 1-0 lead on a goal from Jalen Graybow. Seahawks tied things up. Ashley Cody deflected one high and over Farron. Ball loose in front and a corner. That stops the clock with 5:38 to play in the first half. And it will be Lila Smith again to insert from the near corner, left side. You've got Lauren Whitney short, and then McCarthy between her and the top of the arc. Straight over top to Poulin. Across now to McCarthy. Her shot tipped towards the goal, and Phoebus able to direct it away. Bedrosian had it hop off or out of play. Brahman stick handling out at midfield. Foley intercepts, gives it right back to Poulin though. Trying to carry straight down the middle. Poulin is going to keep on going towards the net, off to the side with a shot that's blocked in front. Loose out high. And I think a whistle on the inside. And this is going to be a corner here for the Gulls. And now Smith will go to the far corner right side. Last time they went all the way up top, and then Poulin dished it back off. Now they go short to Whitney. Top of the arc right side, and it's poked away from her. And a foul called against the Gulls. .427 and counting. Packed house here today at Gaudet Field. Great turnout in support of Angela's Army, and I do believe I spot Angela Augusta as well here in the crowd. So great to see her out as she battles Hodgkin's lymphoma. And she picked a great day to come out to a game. As I said earlier, the Seahawks are raising money and playing today for Angela's Army. Angela Augusta was a 4-year member of the Seahawks women's ice hockey team, graduated in May, and then was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma. And she has started Angela's Army to raise awareness about Hodgkin's lymphoma and give back to cancer patients who cannot afford certain health care expenses. And the teams are both wearing bracelets in support of her quest out on the field today, and the women's ice hockey team is on hand selling some apparel as well. Here's a shot from out wide. That goes out of play. Obviously great to see Angela here at the game. And we give her our best with her fight, and to all those who are battling cancer. Parker in her own zone draws a foul. Ball knocked out of play on the far side. 2.5 to play here in the second quarter. Game tied at 1. Poulin out to 25. Trying to carry it right side. St. Jean takes it away from her. St. Jean can't keep it in play at midfield. And we'll tick under 2 minutes to play. Foul here against Salve. Abby Carter has it knocked away. Timms looking to streak up the field, and a good defensive play there to poke it. That was Lila Smith poking it away from Timms, making the Seahawks have to reset the rush. Now Cody on the inside turns it over. Seahawks get it right back. Here's Frost flicking it into the slot. Out high, Bedrosian can't keep it alive. Brahman will run it away from trouble. Look to cut back to the inside. Her and Bedrosian tied up. And the foul called against Salve with 1:09 to play. Brahman flicking it forward. Foley trying to bat it out of the air. And she's called for the foul. Final minute, first half. Tight game here. Here's McCarthy. Her backhand pass tonight. Now McCarthy rolling into the slot. McCarthy squaring up the net with a shot falling down, and she scores. It was only a matter of time. Kristen McCarthy would not be denied there. .48 seconds to play. And the Gulls retake the lead. For McCarthy, that is her 16th goal of the season. Reigning CCC Offensive Player of the Week. That's a huge goal for the Gulls to retake the lead. Final seconds of the first half. Ball flicked into the slot by the Seahawks, knocked away on the inside. Brahman will run it out to the near corner and loses it with 13 seconds. Eleni Kolpak walks it in, can't sneak it through towards Bedrosian. Foul called against the Gulls. 5 seconds to go. Ball knocked away at the top of the arc. Poulin will just fire it into space up the field, and that'll do it for the first half. A well-played first half. Strong showings from both sides. Endicott took a 1-0 lead. Seahawks tied it up at 1, but then in the final 48 seconds there of the first half, McCarthy put the Gulls back on top, and that is our score here at halftime from Gaudet Field. We will take a break and be back with the call of the second half between Salve Regina and Endicott. You're watching Commonwealth Coast Conference action on the Salve Athletics Network. We'll be back. Welcome back to Gaudet Field. Start of the second half. Endicott leading Salve Regina 2-1 here in this Commonwealth Coast Conference contest. Gulls now moving from left to right. And their road whites, green numbers in trim. Seahawks in their home blues. 2 streaks on the line. The Gulls have won 7 in a row. The Seahawks have won 8 in a row here at home. Here's McCarthy turning the corner, going right towards the goal, and she can't tuck it past Phoebus. McCarthy already with 1 goal for the Gulls. Her 16th of the year. Poulin can't connect with Graybow in the corner. Wales moves it up to St. Jean. Backhand pass. Comes to Abby Carter. Slid across now. And pushing up the field is LeMay. Left side now. For a shot that's blocked by McHugh. That was Brahman. Eight saves in the game for Phoebus, 3 for Taylor Farron. Gulls now doubling up the Seahawks in shots, 14-7, and 10-4 in shots on goal. Gulls have had 5 corners in the game. Seahawks just 1. Endicott took a 1-0 lead. Seahawks tied it up, and very late in that first half, 48 seconds to go, McCarthy got her first of the game. And that's how the Gulls lead 2-1 here in the third. Graybow trying to slide one in front. Phoebus looks to boot it back out. It's going to go out of play. Who did it last touch? They'll say it last touched the Gulls. Salve will get the ball back deep in their own territory. Wales knocks it off of Graybow. Now we'll try again. Ball hops towards Ashley Cody. Cody trying to push it up the near sideline. Takes a hop generously for Timms. Trying to push it back to Cody. Behind her. Bulis, though, will run onto it just over midfield. Bulis has it knocked away by Poulin. Poulin now to McCarthy. McCarthy denied by Foley. Poulin, though, grabs the loose ball. Foley trying to deny her and force her out wide. Poulin fires it, and it hops off of Foley. Ball still in play. Out in front, loose, right in front of the cage. And thrown by Frost out to the perimeter. Turning now is Carter. Carter, wide right side, has an angle. Fires it towards the net, looking for a tip. It goes wide, and then it's punched in on the backside. Carter's the one who took it wide.
What? Who scored?
And it could have been Smith on the backside or Champini. I'd have to try and slow this down for you to get another look. Either way, the Gulls now establish a 2-goal lead.
Endicott goal scored by number 19, Joey Champagne.
And they'll give the goal to Champini. That's her 6th of the year. And getting a look at the replay, I think that is Champini on the left side who tucked that pass past Phoebus. A little breathing room now for the Gulls. 3-1 here in the third. Seahawks have been keeping it close. Can't let the Gulls pull away. St. Jean fires it into space. Crashing in was Frost. Couldn't get to it. Brahman disrupts it. And then Frost is called for the foul. So a goal right at the end of the second, and to start the third for Endicott after the Salve had tied the game at 1. That ball will sneak out of play. Filio at midfield. Excuse me, make this St. Jean. Finds Eliza Timms and can't get it back to Cody. Gulls have done a really good job of forcing the Seahawks into some pressure passes. This one lifted aerial out to midfield. Frost wanted to go for the ball. Drew a foul. And then the Seahawks whistled at midfield. Off and running now. Here's Carter to make this Graybow, who got the scoring started for Endicott. Tangled up in the near side. Keeps it alive in the corner. And then a whistle against the Gulls called on Olivia Lampasana. And the Gulls are just smothering the Seahawks and forcing them into turnovers. Here's Poulin up the right-hand side, trying to flick it back out in front. It hops high and is punched wide and out of play. Again, Champini hanging around on that back pipe. .737 to go in the third quarter. Endicott leading 3-1. Trying to win their 8th game in a row. Seahawks have won 8 in a row here at home. Trying to keep that streak alive. Here's Bulis. Bickle tied up and fouled. Cody, before she could get the shot away, draws a foul, and another corner coming here for Salve. Timms to insert from the near side corner.
Hey, let's go, man.
All the way up top to Bickle. It takes a hop off her stick. Frost trying to keep the play alive. Can't poke it to Filio. And the Seahawks turn it over. They don't get a shot away off the corner. Filio, though, brings it in from the far side. Bulis. Filio finds the loose ball. Trying to get it to Bulis. And the Seahawks are whistled and turn it over. And we might be getting a card here. And we are getting a card. Coming over is Bickle. Graybow. Up the right side. Denied by Wales. Wales trying to spin away from her. Graybow. Two of them jousting in the corner, and Graybow comes up with the ball. Right along the end line now. Graybow in front, trying to tuck it past Phoebus. Ball blocked out in front, sent out to the wing. And now St. Jean, defending out there, neatly pokes it to herself. Has some space to slide it up to Cody. Seahawks trying to run here. And Cody denied by Carter. And that's good defense there by Abby Carter. Stopping the Seahawks rush. St. Jean now. Walks it in. Connects with Timms. Here's Cody now. Cody looking for space, trying to slip it through towards Timms, and Farron, who hasn't had to do much lately, has to come out and boot that one away, as Timms was right in front of her. Frost actually make that Foley. Couldn't get it to Wales. Graybow can't connect with Champini. And the Gulls turn it over with 4:36 to go in the third. Gulls have scored a goal in each quarter now. Cody, who has the lone Seahawks tally, cuts back to the inside. Trying to slide it across for Timms, looking for a little give and go. And Cody couldn't get there. And it's taken by Endicott. Rachel LeMay holds it on the far side and turns it over. Carter steps right back in the passing lane and grabs it for Endicott. Goals out at midfield now. Here comes McCarthy. Graybow. And Foley. McCarthy snags the loose ball. Sneaks it across to Poulin. Poulin will just take her space right down the middle with a shot, and she scores! Too easy there for Poulin. Point blank range, she was able to just pick her spot.
Endicott goal scored by number 10, Sydney Poulin.
And it's 4-1 now. 10th goal of the year for Poulin. And 4 different goal scorers for Endicott. McCarthy has done the bulk of their scoring this season, but Poulin right on her tail, and they get contributions across the board. Ball in front, and Brahman draws a foul. And this will be a corner here for Endicott. With 2:42 to go. Strong third quarter here for Endicott to take control of this game. And they've just kept the pressure on the Seahawks. Into Poulin, waiting, backhand pass, deflected out at the perimeter, and now another foul and another corner. Blocked by Frost, out to Filio, and she will backhand it up to Cody, and a chance for the Seahawks to run. Cody along with Timms and Bedrosian streaking up the field. Here comes Cody. Cody keeps on going to the net. Can't sneak it through the wickets. And then she will draw a corner. Timms in the far corner. Seahawks have not had many opportunities here in this third quarter. Big one here. Short side to Wales. Fires it in back to Timms. Along to Cody, and she scores! Tic-tac-toe passing from Salve Regina, and a much-needed goal. Here's the replay. Wales back to Timms, to Cody, and the Seahawks desperately needed that.
Salve Regina's goal scored by Ashley Cody.
Both goals in the game for Salve belong to Cody, her 19th and 20th of the year. An assist there for Timms as well. Timms' 9th assist of the season. Timms and Cody have been point machines this year. Foul here against the Gulls. So we tick towards the final minute here of the third quarter. Seahawks were shut out up in Beverly. 6-0 in that game. Seahawks kept it close in the first half. Only trailed by 1, a late goal. And I think we're getting another card here. And they're sending Timms. So Timms will have to sit for the remainder of this quarter, and then a minute to start the fourth. 2 cards in the game, both against Salve. Bickle and Timms now, each with 1. As I was saying, it was 6-0 up in Beverly, the Gulls prevailing. Seahawks kept it close in the first half, trailed by just 1 at halftime. Endicott made their move. They were smothering the Seahawks here in this third quarter, but a late push here from Salve. Here's Cody again on the run. St. Jean trying to get it back to Cody. Cody trying to get it through to Bedrosian. And a foul called against Endicott. Just 4 seconds to go. Out to Frost. Blocked in the slot. Flicked towards the goal at the buzzer by Bulis. And that'll do it. Salve found themselves down 3. They're within 2 now. Endicott, though, in the driver's seat as we make the turn for home. Fourth quarter coming up here from Gaudet. Welcome back to Gaudet Field. Start of the fourth quarter here between Salve Regina and Endicott College. The Gulls leading 4-2. Trying to win their 8th straight game. Trying to end a 8-game home winning streak this season here for Salve Regina. Seahawks trail by 2. And the Gulls had most of the chances there in that third quarter. And the guys scored in every quarter, 2 goals in the third. Bulis draws a foul. And now St. Jean draws a foul. Trying to play it into the slot. And Salve turns it over. Bulis pressuring Poulin, who turns it over. Bulis trying to sneak one through into a crowd, and a corner coming here for Salve. Seahawks executed a brilliant play last time. Timms dished it up to Wales, who got it right back to Timms and then found Cody for the score. Timms again to Wales, pushes it up top to Frost now, had to settle it down, flicked it into the slot, loose, Farron goes down, Bickle trying to fire it on the goal, Farron way out defending, finds the loose ball, swats it away, but another corner coming. Up top to Bickle. Across now to Wales. Fires it towards the goal. Tipped by Cody in wide. Two great chances there for the Seahawks to get a little closer. Intercepted to Wales, trying to get it past to Cody. Timms stepping right up, knocks it away. Timms now in the slot. Bickle with a backhand, trying to get it to Cody. Deflects out of play, and a corner. Great start to the fourth here from Salve. And again, Timms will insert from the far corner right side. See if she goes short to Wales again. Up top to Bickle, waiting, firing it on the goal, and it's blocked. Gulls look to carry out near side. Being fouled is Julie Ciampini. Timms across to Filio. And her pass intercepted by Brahman, but a foul. Bulis trying to carry down the middle. She draws a call. Filio out wide on the right side. Hops one through. Blocked by the Gulls, ricocheting back out towards Filio, and now she's whistled, and the Seahawks turn it over. Endicott, the reigning conference champion, undefeated this year in conference play, 7-0. Trying to end the Seahawks' home winning streak. Gulls have won 7 in a row over the Seahawks as well in the series. Bulis. Smith floats it out to midfield. Frost trying to knock it down. Bulis had it, but the Gulls are going to get it back. Taken away by Cody. Cody now with some space. 1-on-3. Cody trying to carry right towards the goal. Tripped up. Cody now. Right side trying to sneak it through to Timms. Tied up with Farron. Timms' shot saved. Loose in front again. And a corner. Timms into Wales. Up top, Bickle floats it on the goal, and the Seahawks, who have had heavy pressure here, can't get that corner opportunity to find the back of the net. Seahawks were getting outshot. And they've crept closer here at the start to the fourth quarter, 17-14. Still an advantage for Endicott, but the Seahawks have basically been on the attack this whole quarter. 9:47 to go. Clock not too much of a factor yet, but the Seahawks have to keep up this defensive performance so far here in this quarter. Ball out of play, and the Seahawks will get it back. Actually, I'm going to say it's last touched by McHugh. So Endicott will keep the ball here. Tied up at the top of the arc. Frost rips it away from Poulin. Outlets Bickle on the far side. Bickle along to Eliza Timms. Timms with some daylight. Timms pulls up, looks to send it up to the top of the arc. And a foul against the Gulls. Filio will back it out. Float it into the slot. Goes off of Bickle. Poulin will run it out to midfield. Champini. Deflected by Wales. Poulin again now up the right side. Shielding the ball. Walks it down the wing. And passes into the corner. And that can't be kept alive by Whitney. Endicott turns it over. 8:10 to play in the fourth. Seahawks turn it over at midfield. Again, wide of Bedrosian. Seahawks trying to feed it up the field. Rachel LeMay walks it in, fires it, and taken away by St. Jean, but given right back to McCarthy. McCarthy, backhand pass. Poulin now turning around Frost. Poulin to her right. Along the end line, keeps it alive. Trying to float one towards the net. It comes to McCarthy. Backhand shot from her is blocked. And then a foul against the Gulls. $7:10 to go. And the Gulls starting to really pressure the Seahawks again. Keeping them in their own end of the field. See if the Seahawks can break it. Filio up to Bickle. Bickle trying to connect with Timms, who just once times it towards Bedrosian, who fires it just wide. Great look from Timms who just one-touched that hard pass from Bickle right to Bedrosian, who was camping out in the slot. McCarthy flies it across to Whitney. Whitney jumped in front of by Foley, who lost her stick. Wanted a call there, didn't get it. Luckily the pass from Whitney went right through the slot and out the other side. Six minutes to go. Goals with the ball back on the far side. Deflects off McCarthy. Foley gives it right back. Whitney tees up a drive that's blocked. Tipped towards the goal. Knocked away. Seahawks trying to race away with the ball and just get it out of harm's way. Poulin, though, stick handling around Wales is whistled for a foul. LeMay, Graybow, blitzed by Foley. Frost with it now for Salve Regina. Looking for an outlet. Ball slidden up the field. Bedrosian going to sprint for it, but won't get there in time. And now the clock really going to become a factor. 4:48 to go in the fourth. Seahawks needing 2 goals. Foul here against Salve. And the Gulls are doing a good job here in the late stage of this fourth quarter, just staying on the attack and pressing up the field. It's just bleeding clock. Seahawks have to work quickly. Here's Cody trying to get around LeMay at midfield. Gets it through to Bedrosian. LeMay racing back. Bedrosian fans on the pass once and turns it over. Bulis firing it into the slot. It goes wide of Timms. Almost snuck past Farron, but wide of the goal. .320 to go. Seahawks have to start trying to trap now. Can't let the Gulls just possess the ball and bleed clock. Chimpini. Deflected by Trunfillo. Gulls keep the ball. McCarthy with a backhand pass. Well wide, not a play. Seahawks get it back, but down to just 2:52 to play in the fourth quarter. Bulis. Knocked away by Poulin. Frost stepping up on her and drawing a foul. Again, Seahawks trying to work quickly up the field. Knocked away by Smith. Ball comes to Bulis. Now Cody near side with 2:22 to play. Bulis trying to give it back to Cody. And that's taken away by Abby Carter. Picked off by Filio. Out high, Timms floats it inside. Cody fans on the shot. Golden opportunity there. Actually, make that. Could have been Bedrosian again, right on the inside. Timms knocks it free. Cody in front with a shot, and it rolls right to the goal line. Did it cross? No, kept out by Endicott. St. Jean with a shot, and then a foul on the inside. My goodness. We'll have to see who that was. That may have been Carter or Graham. That was Graham. Emily Graham keeping the ball out. A defensive save for Emily Graham, and now Phoebus has to come out and boot the ball out of play away from Graybow. Emily Graham with the play of the day, keeping this a 2-score game. Shot from out high. Phoebus goes down on all fours to block it. Ball kept alive in the corner. Seahawks look to run it out. Really on the crunch now. 44 seconds to go. The Gulls trapping St. Jean in the corner, and LeMay comes away with the ball with 35 seconds to go. Foul against the Gulls, but 28 seconds to play. Seahawks would need a miracle. Cody tied up. 15 seconds to go. St. Jean out wide will fire it into the slot. And the Gulls will just look to run it out. And the final seconds will tick off the clock. Timms comes free with it, but can't get a shot away. And fittingly, the ball winds up with Abby Carter. And it was her and Graham there down the stretch that last frantic 2 minutes. Making the difference on the back end for Endicott. Graham with a defensive save, keeping a ball out by a hair that would have made this a 1-score game and made things very interesting for the final 2 minutes. But the Gulls do what they have to do. They remain undefeated here in conference play. They took the lead. The Seahawks tied the game at 1. And then 3 unanswered goals from Endicott gave them a 4-1 lead. Salve scored to make it 4-2. Could not find the back of the net here in the fourth quarter, but a brilliant fourth quarter from the Seahawks. Much different game played here today than when these teams met up in Beverly. And who knows, these two teams could see each other again down the line. As I said, the Gulls improved to 12-4, 8-0 in conference play. They have won 8 in a row. Salve Regina falls to 9-5, 4-4 in the conference, and their home game winning streak has been snapped. Next up for Salve, they host 2 more conference games. Gordon here on the 22nd, UNE on the 26th, and then they'll wrap up their regular season out on the road. Until then, I'd like to thank our entire staff and production crew. Thank you to everyone who joined and listened here today, and thank you to those who came out to the game and supported Angela's Army. As we said today, both teams were playing to support Angela's Army, a Salve women's ice hockey player who graduated in May and then was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma, has been battling that cancer, had started a fundraiser called Angela's Army to raise awareness and raise funds for those who can't afford their healthcare expenses. And it was great to see Angela out here at the game. We wish her well in her fight, and to all those who are fighting cancer, and to the generous support of those who came out here today and bought t-shirts and bracelets to support Angela's Army. If you'd like to do so, you can go online. There's a preview for this game. It'll be available in the recap of today's action as well. You can make a donation to that fundraiser if you wish. Once again, your final here today, Endicott 4, Salve Regina 2. I am Andy Pizzelli. Have a good afternoon, everyone.